Hey everybody, Ryan here. First and foremost, happy April 1st and happy Hoop Day / Wednesday. Of course, guys, happy April Fool's Day. If you guys are going to do any April Fool's pranks or jokes on someone, make sure that they are kind, not rude, and not really ridiculous. Okay, I'm just telling you guys. I have had friends when I was in high school. I had friends when I was in middle school get arrested for doing pranks on April Fool's Day. So please, if you're going to do any pranks, please make them humorous, and hopefully that the person you do it to, they can understand it and all that. Very, very important, all right? But that is not what we're going to be talking about in today's episode and this episode. It is April 1st. It is month number 4 of 2026. And like I have said the past 3 days, starting today and right now is Autism Awareness Month or Autism Acceptance Month. And throughout the month of April on this channel, we are going to talk about autism. I will share my life journey with autism. I will talk about how my day-to-day life with autism, but throughout the month of April as well, we are going to talk about awareness of autism, how to talk to someone with autism, how to work with someone in school or the workplace who has autism, and we're going to talk about some of the side effects that are autism in case you guys know someone that is showing those signs but has not been diagnosed yet. But I thought, since it is April 1st, and it is the beginning of a new month, we would talk about the definition of autism, and we are going to do that right after I go down and take a nap. All right, guys, so I thought I would use this background for our first episode on autism awareness or autism spectrum. So you guys can tell in the back, you see these balloons with like the puzzle pieces. Anytime you see something like that, it doesn't have to be a balloon. It could be a wallpaper with the puzzle pieces. That is basically the official logo of autism. And this is the best background I could really find for our first episode. So let me know what you guys think of the background and all that. I would love to know if you want me to continue using this background or do another one. So let me know for the next episode. But anytime, all right. So definitely, you're probably asking, what is autism? Autism, according to Google and according to the autism community, is a developmental kind of like disorder. I don't like using disorder. I don't like using the word disability either. But it proceeds on how somebody thinks and interprets. Okay, there is 3 levels of autism, and we are going to get into all 3 of those. There's low, medium, and high functioning. So basically, again, what is autism? Okay, someone with autism, guys, it's basically on how they perceive, think, interpret, and act. If that makes any sense to you, okay? Another way I can describe it is how you would have a conversation with your best friend is probably not the way you're going to have a conversation with someone who has autism or is autistic. Okay, you're not going to use the same words. You would, if you were like having a conversation with your boss, well, with someone with autism, you would use your words extremely carefully. And I do want to say this really as crystal clear as I can. If you talk to someone who has autism or is on the spectrum, please understand how you use your words, your tone of voice, and how you interpret things does make a humongous difference. Okay, I say it like this. Okay, the number one rule when it comes to talking to someone with autism or on the autism spectrum is tone of voice. Okay, the top two is tone of voice and how you pronounce your words. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. When someone who has autism or is autistic, if you are using a loud tone of voice, it doesn't mean they're not going to trust you. It does put them on alert and not in a good way. Okay. And I'll explain. So what another way I could explain it, guys, is when someone, when a kid who has autism, I don't know, punches another kid. Okay. For example, kids don't do that. Don't punch other kids. Someone with autism, they punch another kid. Okay. You're going to have what I call a one-on-one conversation with that kid. And you're going to have to be very careful on your tone and your choice of words. Okay. Why would you want to be careful on your choice of words? Well, that's actually a really good question. The answer to that is because either A, you're going to say something where they are clueless. They literally don't understand. That's number one. Another possibility is you're going to make them feel uncomfortable. Okay. And it's literally you. Okay. So, what I would do, just as an example, is I would if that ever happened, I would bring that kid over separate from everybody else, and I would have what I would call a calm conversation. Okay. But the most important thing, guys, when dealing with someone with autism is to not frighten them. All right, the way you talk and your tone of voice and the choice of words, that makes all the difference right there. From the minute of your tone and choice of words, that will determine the future of the conversation. Will the person be listening, or will they be completely drained out? Okay. I do want you guys to understand, guys, someone who has autism, it doesn't make them creepy. It doesn't make them different. It doesn't make them odd or weird. The one quote we use in the autistic community, it doesn't have to be, it can be anybody. Okay, this can go for anybody, autism or not. It's okay to be different. Okay. And I'll be very honest with you. Kids with autism usually are not social. They do not socialize in class. They're very quiet in class. They really have a hard time making friends. And if they do make any friends, it tends to be people who are kind of like them. Okay, but that doesn't mean that someone who has autism can make friends who don't have autism. It doesn't mean that at all. But really, guys, just remember that quote, guys, because a lot of people with autism, they do get held back from doing something. They get told that they can't do it because they have autism. They get told that, since they aren't on the spectrum, they're not allowed to be doing this, okay? And, it does piss me off, okay? I was always told from day one of my entire life, don't let anybody on this planet tell you you can't do something. Okay? And it's true. I always tell people, if someone tells you you can't do something, prove them wrong. Okay? Prove them wrong. Don't say it, do it. Okay? Just because you have autism, it doesn't mean you should be held back from doing something. Yes, it may mean you may need a little extra help and guidance to accomplish it, but it doesn't mean literally at all that you can't do something. Okay? So, the one thing I was told by my elementary teachers, and shout out to them, they said you may have autism, Ryan, but that doesn't make you it doesn't make you weird or odd. It makes you special. I think some people use this in the autism community and some people don't, but they say if you have autism, you're extra special. Okay? It's not really a common quote, but it is used time to time. But the number one quote with autism is, it is okay to be different. Okay? And it's scary to hear that. So, the definition, guys, of autism is, it is a neurodevelopmental function disorder that they have. It does not mean they're odd, weird, creepy at all. That is nothing but bullshit, guys. Just take it from me, all right? It really doesn't mean anything. It makes them extra special, okay? So, if you ever know someone with autism, the best thing you could say to them is that you're extra special, okay? Literally. It may make people jealous, but it is the truth. But just remember, guys, it is okay to be different. Okay, and you guys really need to understand that, because people always come up to me and they tell me, it's not okay to be different. It is, okay? And that's that. There's nothing wrong, with being autistic, guys. I will point this out, guys. The Asperger's and autism is different. There a lot of it is the same, but those two are different, and all that. But they're also similar in a lot of ways, but it is also a little bit different as well. So, there you guys go, and all that. Again, guys, before I get to the 3 different levels of functioning autism, let me know again what you think of the background. I'm going to move, so there you go. I wanted you saw the little words behind it. I wanted you guys to see what it said. So, let me know if you like this background, or if you want me to have a different background for the next episode. But now, guys, we are going to go into the 3 different levels of autism. All right, guys, so let me know if you like this background better than the first one. I'm just going to, so I thought I would talk about the 3 levels of autism. I'm actually going to save that for tomorrow. So I think this is a good place to stop, guys. But before we end this episode, guys, I just wanted to go out again. If you guys know someone, if your kids have a classmate who has autism, if you guys go to work and have a coworker that has autism, or you just know someone in general, or if you're just out in society and you know that for a fact, guys, please, be kind to them, don't judge them. And the reason I say do not judge them, guys, is because over 74% of people in this world combined who have autism or on the spectrum do get judged in day-to-day life on a lot of things, from how they look to how they go about their business. You don't have to agree with someone with autism on how they go about their business, but please, please, the utmost respect is to just respect it, all right? But make sure you make them feel welcome at any time, guys. Doesn't mean they are autistic or even on that spectrum. It doesn't make them different from everybody else. Even though I say it is okay to be different, let them be themselves. Don't talk bad about them behind their back. If you have a question on why they do this, don't be afraid to ask them, but also understand they can get offended by that as well. So just to be aware of that as well. But you know what, guys, I'm just saying, the world we live in to this day is not the same world we lived in 10 years ago. More literally, guys, I go out in society and I'm not complaining. I'm just being honest. I go out in society and I see people get judged left and right on how they look, guys. I've gotten judged on how I look many, many times, guys. You would think it bothers me, but it doesn't bother me at all. But understand this, guys. All it takes is a small act of kindness to change the world, to make somebody's day. You guys can go out and change the world and make this place a better place to live, no matter what. All you have to do that is be kind. A small act of kindness does go a long way. So just understand that, guys, and remember that. I'm not trying to be rude, but literally, if you guys want to make this world better, all you can do is go out, show a small act of kindness that does go a long way, whether you believe it or not. And don't judge. Literally, guys, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of people that are close to me that I don't always agree with what they do or what they post, but I don't judge them and I don't question them on it. All right. But yeah, again, guys, you got to also understand, guys, that I'm not asking you guys to be an expert on autism. I'm not asking you guys to fully understand it. I'm just asking you guys to accept them. Whether you think they look odd or not, accept them for who they are, not how they look. And, be there for someone. People with autism, guys, get taken advantage of a lot. And, be there for them. Make sure you have their back, no matter what, guys. Because you know what? Like I just said, people with autism, they get manipulated into situations all the time. They get taken advantage of extremely easily. And you know what? All they need is a little help. We all need help. Nobody is perfect on this planet. But all I'm asking, guys, is that, you go out, show an act of kindness. Don't tell anybody they don't belong. If you see someone get rejected, welcome them in to your group, guys. No one in this world has the right to feel rejected, no matter what they did. And I want you guys to fully understand that and remember that. But also, guys, let me know if you like this background or the first background better for the next episode. In tomorrow's episode, we are going to go over the 3 different levels of autism. But if there's anything you want me to cover more tomorrow, definitely leave it down below in the comment section. I would be happy to answer it as well and cover it. But yes, guys, it is April 1st. It is now the 4th month of 2026, and it is Autism Awareness Month and Autism Acceptance Month. Throughout the month, right here on the channel, we will be discussing autism. And by the end of the month, probably the middle of the month to the end of the month, I will be talking about my life with autism. It will be going from my my life dealing with police in autism. I will be talking about my school life with autism. I will even be sharing a time I was fired from a job because I had autism, and all of that and so much more. So you guys will definitely not want to miss all of that. But I just wanted to say, guys, to all you guys out there, I love you guys so much. I'm so happy you enjoyed the channel. And I'm so glad that I can have you guys not just as subscribers, but a part of my family. Each and every single one of you, I do not take you for granted. I do consider you all a part of my family. So if there's anything you want me to cover, definitely don't be afraid to ask. I promise you guys, you will not offend me. All your questions are great. I have a lot I've been receiving over the past couple of days. Keep them up. I'm happy to answer them all. As many questions as you have throughout the month of April. Remember, guys, take care of yourself and one another. I'll see you all next time in the next. I'll actually see you guys next time tomorrow in the next episode. But you all know what to do. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Make sure you spread the word, guys. The entire month of April is Autism Acceptance and Awareness Month.